guess we're going to close this off with some player awards for this season on the Magic. Magic in particular, we will let the NBA decide who's the best in the NBA. But I guess let's start off with most improved player.
Vooch.
Right?
Vucevic.
I'm kind of down for Maurice Harkless.
That's true because he kind of struggled. He definitely played better at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to give it to Vucevic. I mean, numbers wise and just dominating wise. I mean, when you look at a guy that wasn't really given much time last season, and all of a sudden he's just basically a superstar. He might even be an all-star next year. I mean, I don't think Maurice he's gotten better, but I don't think he's gotten as good as, Vucevic just really impressed, everybody. He might even win the actual most improved player in the NBA, most improved player. So, I mean, I think that you got to give it to Vucevic, although I agree with, of course, with Harkless, but with a lot of guys, with Daquan, I mean, a lot of the guys have progressed, but I don't think anybody most improved has to go to Vucevic.
No, yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from, and you're right. He actually, if he's got the chance to win the actual award, then he probably should win it.
Exactly. If we've got him in that conversation, he's got to at least win the Magic Most Improved.
Yeah. All right. Rookie of the Year. We got quite a few rookies.
Yeah.
So
maybe we can go with Harkless on that then.
Yeah. I mean, but I kind of like to factor in Daquan.
Yeah.
Just because he came undrafted into our team, he had some. He proved himself enough in the preseason to show that he was an NBA worthy talent, and that teams that missed on him should have took him.
Yeah.
So, but then again, just like watching Harkless's first game with us, and then watching him later on in the season, he's developed a 3-point shot. He knows how to split defenses. He goes from the corner in. So I'm probably still gonna go with Mo Harkless on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to say Mo Harkless, Rookie of the Year.
This one might be a little bit tougher, but Defensive Player.
Defensive Player of the Year. I kind of almost want to say Kyle Quinn.
Yeah.
But, Big Baby? I mean, when I think of defense, I think of guys who are just fighting for rebounds and boxing people out and fighting, and I mean, that's just. I mean, I don't have stats in front of me, so that's what I think of is guys who are just really fighting on the defensive end. And I think of Big Baby. I think of Kyle Quinn. I guess I give it to Big Baby.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because Big Baby has such a small sample size this year.
Yeah, he did get injured, but I mean, how many times did he jump into the crowd going after balls?
Yeah,
I mean, the guy was pretty committed to doing whatever he could to get rebounds, get blocks, to box out. I mean. I just definitely think I could be comfortable with saying Glenn Davis, Defensive Player of the Year for the Magic.
Yeah, it's probably a split between Glenn or Kyle for me too. I mean, kind of a jaded view of Glenn Davis at this point, just from all the injuries, and so it's kind of like a blur of memories from games far back, but. I do remember that our defense was much better. I think we had a very high defensive efficiency when Glenn Davis was playing for us back before the injury in December. And it went down dramatically. So
I mean, he affects what the other team is doing. I mean, you can say whatever you want about Glenn. Has good games, bad games. Sometimes he makes bad decisions. For sure. But he's just so crazy. I mean, he's just down there working his butt off. He ends up affecting completely the way the other team is running their offense. I mean, he's everywhere. He's trying to get the ball. I mean, I just think that he's definitely out there doing the most as far as defense goes. Like you said, I mean, you could see teams just sort of rolling over us once we didn't have Glenn anymore because we didn't have that enforcer.
Yeah.
And, Kyle tried to do it to a certain extent as well. But he didn't get as many minutes and he didn't get as many opportunities. I just think, Glenn was the best defensively.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So it's probably a split between those guys for me. Glenn would probably win it had he stayed healthy. So, and that's maybe partially, when Dwight Howard didn't win Defensive Player of the Year last year in the NBA, mainly because of just the back injury. So it's just kind of hard to determine, just because of all the injuries and stuff. But, all right, this one's also probably going to be kind of tricky. Sub of the Year.
Yeah. I mean, if this is, again, I mean, injuries, but also trades. I mean, you want to give it to JJ.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that because he's not on the team anymore.
I think we could let it slide.
I mean, if we can let it slide, then I would go with JJ. I mean, if we're talking about, you know, who was the most efficient, who was the most helpful off the bench.
Yeah.
Obviously, JJ Redick could easily be a starter. You know,
Yeah.
he's that good. So I mean, I'd like to give it to JJ. If we can't give it to JJ, I'd probably go Daquan Jones.
Yeah.
As far as just giving us a boost off the bench and being that guy, you put him in the game, and all of a sudden we're moving faster. You know, more good things are happening. You know, a couple of Daquan monster dunks, and the fans are into it. I mean, so either JJ or Daquan, whichever one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty unanimous for JJ. I mean, just from all the guy has done for our team throughout the years, and how much he's improved since his rookie year. I mean, when we drafted him, I think he got a DUI the night before his draft night.
Really?
Yeah. And I didn't really think too much of that, but it just kind of shows how far he's come.
Yeah.
Since then as a player, and I think, even though he's not on our team anymore, that stretch we went on early in the season when we were winning games, it was all him.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy, he's constantly running, affecting plays, and he always seems to find himself open for a shot. I mean, so I think even though he's gone, you got to give it to JJ. But if we're counting players still on the team, maybe Udry did a nice job with what he had coming in. I like Udry. I mean, probably Daquan for me too.
Yeah.
Or Kyle.
I like that the Magic gave Kyle the Hustle Player of the Year award,
Yeah.
because, I mean, I don't even know what that means or why they created that award, but that's perfect for Kyle. I mean,
Yeah.
he's the epitome of a hustle player. I mean, the whatever minutes you give him, he's gonna do something good. He's gonna go in there and he's gonna try his best and he's gonna work hard. That's awesome that they gave him Hustle Player of the Year, because that's exactly what he is. And
Yeah.
it's even easier to give him that than Defensive Player of the Year and
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, because Hustle Player of the Year, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was a great award for Kyle to get.
Yeah. And then this is the big award, the MVP award.
That's hard. I don't know.
I mean, you think names like Tobias Vucevic, guys that,
Yeah. Who scored the most? Who had the best stats? Yeah.
So it's probably somewhere between those two guys. You could maybe put Mo Harkless somewhere, maybe third place on that list.
I mean, Aflalo too, maybe. I don't know. At least stats wise. I mean, I'm not a huge Aflalo guy, but he had some great games where he scored 20 plus pretty often.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably give it to Vucevic, but
I don't know, man. Tobias Harris.
It's such a short period of time.
Yeah.
It's hard to give him the most valuable player.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
I agree. I mean, I want to. I mean,
Yeah.
he was the man for the last 3 months of our season. And I mean, I think next season easily it's going to end up being Tobias.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, Vucevic just showed a consistency.
Yeah.
Pretty much every game he's been out there, he's Mr. Double-Double. We've kind of called him.
Yeah, I like the first time he got a couple double-doubles and we were saying, oh man, this guy's great, and a couple of reporters being like, you guys are just, you're just fans, he's not going to keep this up. I mean, obviously he's not going to keep it up,
Yeah.
Here we are at the end of the season, he's getting 30 and 20, he's getting double-doubles every night. I don't know the stats, but isn't he something like top 3 of double-doubles of the season,
Yep, I think just Dwight and I don't know who else, but I think Luis Scola maybe.
He's up there.
Omar Asik probably. Omar Asik's been having a pretty good year. So, as far as I think he's third place in the NBA in total rebounds. He's second in rebounds per game. So the guy, just from coming off playing less than 15 minutes a game in Philadelphia to showing what he has here, I mean, I'm gonna go Vucevic. So Vucevic won 2 awards, Most Improved and MVP.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see exactly what comes next year with Tobias. I guess the short period of time Tobias was here, it's kind of hard to give him MVP, but
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I think that where we're going is a good direction, and the guys we have, I mean, just the fact that we're so conflicted with guys is to give them these awards is probably a good sign.
Yeah,
so.
It's not just all Dwight for every answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a whole team of guys that we could really consider for all these things other than, Rookie of the Year would only be to rookies, but, I mean, probably last season every single award would just go to Dwight,
Yeah. So, all right, I guess that pretty much wraps up everything we wanted to talk about. And I hope you guys like this, and we're going to try to do more of them throughout the off season, and we'll probably ramp it up once the regular season starts next year, when all the action starts kind of happening.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for participating. Send us any questions you have. Send us any articles you want to write. We can, get you signed up to be in a way where you can just post your own articles, and we can just put them on the site. I mean, we want everyone involved. So, if you want to, do a video like this, we can do one at the Amway Center. We can do one in public.
Yeah.
We can do Google Hangouts. We can do, stuff with webcams. We just want to try to give people, a place to, as well as ourselves, a place to keep talking about the Magic, beyond just Twitter or message boards. Somewhere we can go and talk about, what we think about this year, what do we think where we're going, and any questions or comments you have, let us know.
All right. Well, thanks for watching this, guys, and we'll see you next time.